All right. So what we're going to look at today is multiplying with sevens. And multiplying with sevens is a little bit tougher than what we've used to, but I'm going to include a multiplication chart if you want to print it off or you can look at. It'll kind of help you skip count by sevens. I'll even pull one up to show you what it looks like in a minute. So this lesson is all about multiplying with sevens. If you know how to skip count seven, then you're going to be in good shape. Jason's family has a new puppy. Jason takes a turn walking the puppy once a day. How many times will Jason walk a puppy in 4 weeks? So, oops, let me get my 4 weeks. How many? And we got to look. How often does Jason walk the puppy? Once a day. Once a day, he walks the puppy. It says it right here. Every day he takes it out. How many days are in 1 week? And it doesn't tell you in this problem. It doesn't tell you that. We know there are 7 days in 1 week, but it doesn't tell you that in a problem. So that's something that's general knowledge. You have to understand or know that, there are 7 days in 1 week. So if I ask you, if you eat 2 pieces of bread every day for 1 week, how many pieces of bread did you eat in that week? Well, then it's 2 times 7. But we know there are 7 days in 1 week. Now it says we're going to use the commutative property. Commutative means if you know 7 times 4, you can find the fact to find 4 times 7. 7 times 4 is the same as 4 times 7. So we can change the order of the factors. What's our 7 and 4? 2 factors, factories, make a product. So we know 7 times 4 is 28. That means 4 times 7 is also 28. So he walks the puppy 28 times in 4 weeks. Now it's distributive property. And distributive property is what that's what we learned last lesson. It's like we're distributing, we're giving a number to another number. So complete the array showing. So we have 4 down and 1, 2, 3, 7 across. So all we have to do is fill this in. This is our array. So we got to complete this. We have 4 down, and we're going to have 7 across. Four down, 7 across. Now it says draw lines to break their array up. Well, this is our bigger number, so I want to break 7 up into right here. So now instead of 7, I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2. Okay? So I have 4 times 5, 4 times 5, and 4 times 2. So 4 times 5 and 4 times 2. Because 5 and 2 equals 7, I just broke it apart. Okay? So I'm giving this 4 to this 5, and I'm giving this 4 to this 2. So I know 4 times 5 is 20, and I know 4 times 2 is 8, and 20 plus 8 equals 28. So 4 times 7 is 28. Now that's going to be the hardest part, okay? Understanding distributive. Once you can understand distributive and really see it and really understand how to, set it up, it does make a lot of big problems easier. So if you have to pause this, pause it. Now it says use the facts you know. Multiply 4 times 7. Start with what we know. We know our 2's. 2 times 4. Skip count 2, or 2 times 7. Skip count 2 7 times. You're going to get 14. Okay? And then we're going to add 7, which makes 21, which means that's 3 times 7, because if we add 7, that turns it into 3 times 7. So we know 3 times 7 is 21, plus 7 more make 28. Just look right here. This problem, 2 times 7 plus 7, is actually 3 times 7. 1, 2, 3 down, 7 across. And this one right here, 3 times 7 plus 7, is actually 4 down and 7 across. If we skip count, 14, 21, 28, those are skip counting by sevens. says, explain how you could break apart an array to find 6 times 7. Draw an array to show your work. So we have 6 down. And 7 across. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah. So draw this array, 6 down and 7 across. It might take you a second, but we got to break it up. So we have 6 down and 7 across. Well, I can break one number up evenly, and that's my 6. I can break it into 3 and 3. So I'm going to draw a line to separate. So now we have 6, we have 3 and 3. So now we have, this line stands for like a plus sign, and the corner is always a time. So now we have 7 times 3 plus 3. Remember, these goes in groups. So we have 7 times 3 plus 3, and we're putting the 3 and 3 in groups because that's the number we broke apart. Now I got to give this 7 to this 3 and give this same 7 to this 3. So now my new problem turns into 7 times 3 plus 7 times 3. So I gave my 7 to this 3 right here and my 7 to this 3 right here. And all we got to do is figure out one of them. 7 times 3 we know is 21. So if this is 7 times 3 is 21, then the next 7 times 3 will be 21. So now this is our new problem. 21 plus 21, which equals 42. All right. If you don't have that copied, make sure you get that copied down. All right. So the next one is just finding the product. And let me pull up a multiplication chart here. So I'm going to leave a multiplication chart in for you guys to like print off if you want. But let me pull this up. So I'm going to set this one. I want me. So, all right. I'm going to set this one right here. So let's say I have 9 times 7. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my 9, or you can go down. Let's go down. We'll go down to my 9, and we're going to count over 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To double check, let's go all the way up. Does it land on 7? Yes. So 9 times 7 is going to be 63. Let's do 5 times 7. Go down to our 5. Let's count over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go all the way up. Does it match? Yes. So 5 times 7 is 35. Let me see. I can't. Let me scroll. Yes. 7 times 3. So let's go down to 7. Let's count over 3. 1, 2, 3. Go up. Does it make 3? Yes, it does. So it's 21. And 1 times 7 we know is 7. So this is what I want you to learn. This row. I want me right on that. I'm sorry. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, and 70, or this row going down. If you learn how to skip count this quick and memorize it, then you'll understand how to your 7s. Okay? You can just skip count to figure it out instead of doing distributive property or all the other stuff, all the arrays. You could skip count. So this sevens row is what I really, really, really want you guys to learn how to skip count. If you can skip count the sevens, that's one of the toughest ones. 7, 6, 7s, and 8s are pretty tough. Because they get to some pretty high numbers. But that's how you use the multiplication chart. I'm going to include one on your work so you guys can look at it. But I'm going to keep this multiplication chart up throughout for the next few problems. 7 times 7, going down 7, counting 7 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It makes sense. 49. 6 times 7, going down to my 6. 49, I'm sorry. Going down to my 6, counting over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 42. And notice I'm not counting this row. This does not count as a row. If you have a 0 here, 0 does not count as 1. Okay? 0 counts as 0. 0 always is always 0. It holds no value. See if I get my scroll bar. There it is. 7 times 10, we know that one's simple. That's 70. 7 times 2, we know that one. That's 14. Seven times 3, go down to my 7. Count over 3. 1, 2, 3. 21. 6 times 7, we just did it. It's 42. 9 times 7, that's one of the biggest ones. So go down 9. Count over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 63. Let me see if I can get it. Is 8 times 7. Go down to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 56. 1 times 7 is 7. 4 times 7, go down to 4. Count over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Goes up. Makes sense. 28. So I will include a multiplication chart if you guys want to print it off or have it pulled up. You guys can do it just kind of like I did it. And you can pull it up while you're doing your work, and it'll help you. Number 16. Anders makes 7 fruit cups. He puts 2 green grapes, 2 red grapes, 2 black grapes in each fruit cups. How many grapes does Andon use for the fruit cups? So we gotta find out how much does each fruit cup has. He puts 2. Let's say we have a fruit cup. We have 2 green, 2 red, and 2 black. So each fruit cup has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fruit in it. So if they have 6 fruit and he made 7 cups, 6 times 7, which we did up here, is 42 grapes. He uses 42 grapes because it asks how many what? Grapes. That's a 2-step equation. All right, we're going to use this frequency chart to answer these next questions. So Lori has a dog named Rusty. How many what? Baths will Rusty have in 7 months? So he gets a bath 2 times a month. So 2 times a month times 7. If we skip count 2 7 times, you're going to have 14 baths. How many more cups of water than food will Rusty get in 1 week? So he gets 3 cups of food a day and 4 cups of water a day. So how much more water is he going to get than food? So let's do food right here. He has 3 in a week. So 3 times 7 is 21. And for water, he gets 4. What's 4 times 7 is 28. So how much more water is he getting? How many more cups of water is he getting than food? We're going to have 28 minus 21, which is 7 more cups. That's another two-step equation. We're doing a lot more of those, and from what I saw in some of your work, you guys are actually getting pretty good at figuring that out. And remember, if you have to pause it, please do. Tim's dog Midnight eats 28 cups of food in a week. Midnight eats the same amount each day. In one day, how many more cups of food will Midnight eat than Rusty? So we know Tim's dog Midnight eats 28 cups in a week. So Midnight eats the same amount each day. And one day, how many more cups will Midnight? So we know for a fact that Rusty gets 21 cups a week. What's was 3 a day? Okay. 3 times 7 is 21. That's how much Rusty gets a day. But Tim's dog gets 28 in a week. So what times 7 equals 28? Well, we know already 4. So in one day, how many more cups will Midnight get? This is Midnight, and this is Rusty. Will Midnight get than Rusty? Midnight gets 4 cups a day. Rusty gets 3. So it's going to be 4 minus 3, which equals 1 cup. Because we know 1 cup more. This is the answer. If you show me this problem, you've explained it. Jose walks his dog 10 miles every week. How many does he walk in 7 weeks? So every week he gets 10 miles. So after 7 weeks, how many? 10 miles a day, 7 weeks. How many what? How many miles do they walk in 7 weeks? So 10 times 7 will be 70 miles. 70 miles. #21. Dave takes Zoe, his dog, for a 3-mile walk twice a day. How many miles? How many what? How many miles do they walk in 1 week? So 3 miles twice a day. So we know 1 week is 7 days. But how many miles are they walking each day? They're walking 3 miles twice a day. So 3 times 2 equals 6. So 6 miles a day for 7 days. We know 6 times 7 is 42 miles. We've done that one a few times. 42 miles. Number 22, think smarter question. Aaliyah arranges some playing cards in 7 equal rows with 7 cards in each row. How many what? How many cards does Aaliyah arrange? So she has a 7 by 7. We pull up our multiplication chart. 7, count over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go up. Does it make sense? Yes. So 7 times 7 is 7 times 7 equals 49 cards. Just like that. This last part, we're going to put a little bit of reading, but we're going to use this chart. This chart's actually pretty good. So to help you stay healthy, you should eat a balanced diet and exercise every day. We know that. This table shows the recommended daily servings for 3rd graders. You should eat the right amount of each food groups. So as you guys, let's look at this. You should, guys, for bread or cereal, you guys should be eating about 6 ounces a day. Vegetables, you guys need carrots and corns and whatever that may be. You should eat 2 cups a day. Fruits, you should only eat 1 cup. Why would you eat more vegetables and fruits? Well, if you think about it, fruits sometimes can be sweet and have a lot more sugar in it. For dairy products like milk and cheese, 3 cups a day. And for meats, beans, fish, eggs, and nuts, you guys should eat about 5 ounces a day. And it tells us right here, 8 ounces is actually 1 cup. 8 ounces makes 1 cup. So if you have 3 cups, that's actually 24 ounces, right? Which is a lot more than this meat and these whole grains. So suppose you want to share with your friends what you learned about healthy eating. How could you summarize what you learned? When you summarize, you restate. We know what to do. We know what that is. The most important in a shorter way to help you understand. So you make something that's long and make it shorter and make it easy to understand. So to stay healthy, you should eat a balanced what? To stay healthy, you should eat a balanced diet. And what every day? Exercise. A third grader should eat about 3 cups of what? Such as, so what has 3 cups? Dairy products. Such as milk and cheese each day. A third grader should eat how much of vegetables and fruit each day? So vegetables and fruits. So vegetables and fruit. So 2 and 1 make 3 cups. How many cups of vegetables and fruit should a third grader eat in 1 week? So 3 cups a day. How much is in a week? That's 3 times 7, which equals 21 cups. A third grader should eat blank of whole grains, such as bread and cereal each day. So how much bread and stuff should you have? Whole grains, 6 ounces. How many ounces should a third grader eat in 1 week? 6 a day, 7 days in a week. And we know 6 times 7, we've done a lot, is 42 ounces. Just like that. And here's your practice homework. I'm going to try something today. I'm going to try to put your this entire back page on Schoology, your lesson check and spiral review for my class and Miss Campbell's. If you don't see it on there, do it on your paper. But if you do see it on there, you guys can actually do your lesson check online, okay? This is what I'm going to be taking the grade on. I want you guys to do this front for your practice, okay? Practice, use your multiplication chart that I'll include. I want you to do that. But I want you, if you guys see this, you guys can do it on your paper and then log in online and do it to send it in. But I am going to put this online, so you'll see this as like an assessment. It'll say lesson check 4.5, okay? So this will be as like a quick quiz. If you do it online, you do not have to do it on your paper. You can do both, but if you do it online, you do not have to do it on your paper, okay? This goes for my class and Miss Campbell's. If you want to do both, that's fine. If you do it on your paper, you don't have to do it on here, okay? Either way, you can do it on your paper and not do it online, and I'll put the grade in, or you can do it on here and not do it on your paper, you do it on both, okay? So other than that, you guys should be good. Have a good one.